This video will walk you through the installation of a CF1, CF4 whole house filter using the CIK single tank installation kit. Here is an overview of how the kit ties into a single tank system. The slip connector will tie into the pre-plumb, and the threaded end, that's known as a clack connector, will connect to the inlet side of your tank. Another threaded clack connector will connect to the outflow side of the tank, and the ProLock stem connector will be used to tie the slip connector from the tank into the sediment filter. The ProLock male connector will then connect the sediment filter into your pre-plumb, which leads back into your home. Please note that this kit is designed for tanks that have the red bypass valves. Note that these instructions are specific for the installation of the CF1, CF4 whole house filter. If you're attempting to install the FS1, FS4 salt-free water softening system, a separate video is provided. The parts included in this kit will include a ProLock male connector, a ProLock stem connector, and two 24-inch clack to slip connectors. In addition, the following supplies are recommended: one roll of plumber's tape and a bottle of pipe dope. We will begin the installation by prepping the carbon filter tank. The MNPT fittings that are shipped with the tank will not be required when using the installation kit. Position the tank so that the bypass valve connections are facing backwards. The slip end of the connector will be connected to the incoming water supply on your pre-plumb. Pressing it all the way on will lock it in place. Bend the corrugated pipe so that the threaded clack connector is pointing towards the bypass valve. Press the connector into the inlet side, and you will then tighten the threaded collar to lock it in place. The ProLock connectors will now need to be prepared. Begin by first applying plumber's tape to the threads. Repeat this with both connectors. A layer of pipe dope will then be applied to the connectors. The ProLock stem connector will then be inserted into the incoming side of the sediment filter and threaded in place. Use a wrench or pliers to ensure that it's fully tightened. The threaded end of the other corrugated water connector will be slipped into the outlet side of the carbon filter tank. Fully tighten the collar to secure it in place. The slip end of the connector will now be connected to the stem that you installed on the inflowing side of the sediment filter. The male connector will now be inserted into the outflow side of the sediment filter and threaded in place. And once again, please ensure that it's fully tightened. The other end of the pre-plumb will be connected into this male connector. Go ahead and push it in place. The collar has a locking mechanism that will be engaged by rotating it clockwise. The installation is now completed.